Hey, how are you? Looking at the wrong camera. I hope everyone is all good. As ever, on this Monday morning, I shan't be needing my sunglasses today when I walk to work in a short while. What I'm going to talk about today is, again, things you can do to help calm yourself down, particularly if you're experiencing trauma. The things I spoke about in the previous video and in this one and in the next few are all also useful for any life event that you're finding difficult, anything you're going through mentally, and they're also actually very good for just general day-to-day maintenance. Okay, meditating today, so that's the M from Binti's Sad Me, and I always thought this was hippie shit. I've said this many times before. It's not. It's a really useful and in fact powerful technique I found to help, along with the other things that I'd begun to put in place a little bit at a time, to calm my system down. I used a guided meditation app called Medito. There's many of them out there. It's free, and within a guided meditation it's narrated, I guess you would call it, and they talk you through relaxing yourself. So you're actively slowing your breathing down. You're actively relaxing your muscles in your body. You can do it sitting in a chair. You can do it lying down, lying on your bed. I still do it to this day, prior to me going to sleep, although I often don't get as far as meditating because there's other things I can do as well, or other things I do that can be used as part of meditation. But the key thing for me is you're slowing your breathing down and you're relaxing your body, because when you're experiencing trauma, everything is fried, everything's wired, you're in your fight, flight, or freeze, fawn response, everything's off the scale, you're overwhelmed, you're hypervigilant, this, that and the other. And what meditating teaches you to do is be present in the here and now. Okay, so what you're striving towards is not worrying about things that have gone on in the past that have led you to this point, and you're not worrying about what's going on in the future. You are in the moment right now. Now, many people believe that when you're meditating, the whole idea is to have no thoughts whatsoever. You can get to that point, but it takes an enormous amount of practice. You can't expect that to happen the first time you try it. It's like anything, it's something that you need to be consistent at in order to learn to get better at doing it. I don't use the app any longer, and other than very, very occasionally if I'm struggling, so particularly last summer, autumn last year, I did fire up the app a couple of times while I was experiencing the post-relationship grief, but not every night. It was just several times. So it's something I will still go back to if what I do is not working. Lots of different types of meditations around anxiety, grief, stress, going to sleep, relaxing your body, as I've mentioned, getting back to sleep after a nightmare, which is a big one if you have trauma symptoms, because nightmares are a big part of that. I know this. It was horrifying way back when. You also, that they may encourage you to notice how you're feeling in terms of notice the fact that you're sat in a chair or lying on a bed or lying on a mat or whatever it is. So it's very somatic. This encourages your parasympathetic nervous system, your rest, digest, to begin to shove out the way the sympathetic nervous system, which is your fight-flight response, which is not very sympathetic, is it? I always struggled remembering which of those two was which, and it was very simply put to me, I think by Binti actually, is think of the parasympathetic nervous system, so your rest, digest, calming stuff, as paramedic, something that helps, someone who helps. That's how I remember it now. It is really useful, but you need to be consistent at this. You need to do it daily, and you start off at a beginner level, and then you, as you go through, because there are programs you can work through within these apps, and they will bring you on more and more and more. I'm at a point now, as I've said, where I do it on my own. They teach you that you're going to have thoughts, feelings and emotions that come in whilst you're doing this, while you're in this relaxed state in the here and now. But you learn to push those away. You acknowledge those thoughts, so you're not discounting them or shoving them out of the way or trying to bury them. You acknowledge that they're there, and you then bring your focus back onto, for instance, your breathing, and then you go again. It does take practice, but it does calm you down. And now I appreciate that meditating is not for everybody. You don't have to tell anyone that you do it. That's the beauty of this. No one needs to know. You can just do it. There are even walking meditations that you can get. Obviously, you shouldn't do meditating and get in this completely relaxed state, or be striving towards getting towards a very relaxed state whilst you're driving, for instance, or operating heavy kit, dangerous kit. But it is something you can do in your downtime. You could go and sit in your car at lunchtime and do it. No one needs to know. No one needs to know. If you're concerned that people might think that you're becoming a bit of a hippie. These are all things to encourage your system to begin to calm down, even if it's for a very short time. Compared to what you've been experiencing, any respite is better than none, isn't it? And you're not self-medicating, you are meditating. That's today's one. I'm off to work now. It is a bit soggy outside, whatever. I hope everyone had a good weekend. I certainly did. Brilliant day on Saturday for those that saw the photos of me in my new club colours. Given that London Irish, to all intents and purposes, don't exist, and we haven't for 3 years, I now support Gloucester, which went down very well when I returned on Saturday evening, deep into Bath country. So there we are. Enjoy your week. The next one I'll be talking about exercise, again, to help calm things down. All of the things I talk about, they need work, they must be consistent, okay? And there's always help out there. You should be reaching out for proper help if you are experiencing or believe you are experiencing complex post-traumatic stress, okay? Have a good day.